Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Okay guys, ano to, bali, for our air handling unit, uh, how are you going to do the EID control for the temperature? Okay. Now, we have what we call PID, that is proportional plus integral plus derivative. Okay, so let's make a comment here. PID, okay. Proportional plus integral plus derivative control. That is PID. Proportional plus derivative plus uh, integral plus derivative control. Okay, so let me just give a minute. Let me make the okay, so let me make it a comma. Then let's make it bold and 10. Okay. Okay, so we have here PID. So this is a controller or control that are you going to use if you want to control temperature, pressure, and other variables, okay? So in air handling unit, we have what we call the valve control, okay? Now, there are several types of, uh, basically, there are two types of air handling unit. One is chilled water and direct expansion. So what we are talking now here is water or water type or chilled water type. Okay, so meaning the chilled water will be the one to cool the air passing the cooling coil. Okay, so for this topic, I will just try to explain PID. Now, in our Menta programming or in our Menta editor, we have what we call PID or PIDA. Okay. Now, to be able to use that one, you just right click in your window, then simple block. Okay. Then you can type PIDA. Okay, PIDA. Or you can look for it, browse, then you go for the PIDA. So this will be our PIDA. Proportional plus integral plus derivative control analog output. Okay. When we say analog output, it is a continuing varying quantity. Now, what is important here is to understand the different inputs. So this side is our inputs, okay? So this will be our inputs, and we have one output, okay? So input, then output, okay? Now, you can make public or not public. So when you tick this one, it will be public. Then you can name your block. I can say this is cooling control or CTRL, cooling control. Okay. Now controller, we have here control. What is the so we have here the parameters is U minimum or the controller output minimum is 0. Then we have the maximum input is 100. You can say 0% open or 100% open. Then the stroke time, this is the bulb traveling time from close to open, okay? So you can put the stroke time here. Then you need to check the control valve or the mechanical valve details. Then we have the control init here, 1. Let's make it 1. That will be the default, okay? So, okay. So, I made it cooling control. Okay. Now, the parameters here. First parameter from the top is the MB. That is the measured variable. Okay. Measured variable. Ano ba yung mini-measure niya? Of course, in this case, temperature. Okay. Then we have also the SP. SP stands for set point. Okay. Then we have the mode. We have, if it is one, then controller is, it's like controller is on, okay? Then we have the gain, okay? So basically, our gain, we can initially set it to 4, okay? Then we have the integral time. This is the integral time. This is the time that after, because in the PID, first it will be the proportional, then after some time, then the integral part will be the one that will be added to the proportional control. Okay. Now, if you have derivative part of it, then it will be added to the proportional plus integral plus derivative. Okay. Now, since this one will be, uh, since this one is simple temperature control, so we can use PI, proportional plus integral. Okay. So I will show it to you later. Now, the gain, the TD is the derivative control, then dead zone, then tracking signal. Now, actually, I will just give you the basic configuration of this for simple temperature control, okay? Now, if you are trying to control complicated or complex temperature control, then you need to use also the derivative part of the PID, okay? Now, okay, so first, we need to provide these inputs. The arrow going to the right, or right arrow, denotes the inputs, okay? You need all these inputs to be filled up, or you need to provide all the inputs, then it will produce the necessary output. Okay. Now, first, MD is the measured variable, okay? So, measured variable, okay, wait a minute, measured variable. Okay, now guys, so first one is measured variable. So measured variable here, it's just like what is being measured? The temperature. Okay, because we want to control the temperature, now we are measuring the temperature. What is the current temperature? Okay. So we need to provide the measured variable. So we need to specify here a block, RI, AI. Okay. So analog input. Okay, now I think this one is maybe, let's check the version about this. Maybe this one is 1.3. What version is this? Okay, 3. Okay, okay, no problem. That is 3.2.2.7. Okay. Now, so this is my analog input. Now I need to identify it. Let's say temp sensor. Okay, so meaning I have a temperature sensor. Okay, now here let me. Okay, no need. But first, let me my device specification. Okay. Now, since this one is using an old version, I don't know why this one is using an old version. First, I will have my, this is an old controller of Schneider. Taxenta 401, this is base controller. You can connect, or you can add here, or connect 10 modules, IO modules, okay? So, system version, I think it should be 3.1. We'll see. Hardware version. Okay. Now, I will add module. Okay. So, Taxenta 411 is digital. Okay. I think I will add here. Okay. I think 421. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see if we can bind this. Bind. I will bind it to Taxenta 421. Okay. Sensor. Terminal. And 421. Linear analog input. 421. Time 1. Initial value 0. Minimum value. Sensor. Why it's not showing any sensor? Okay. Okay. Invalid value. Sensor. Terminal. Okay. Why there's no terminal here? Cancel. Okay. Cancel. Let's see. Device specification here. Okay. Add IO. 411, 412. What is 422? 411 are digital in 412 with 4, 422. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can bind this one. But I will bind later. Oh, okay. Then linear. Let's see. Okay, because this is an old version, I forget the cancel. Okay, again, options, device specification, add IO module, let's see this one. 451. Okay, let's see this one. Okay. Okay, then I think this one is for 9451. Okay. Now, this one is for analog inputs. Okay, so let's say 0 to 10 volts. No, wait. UI1. Uh, uh, let's say our temperature is capable of giving 0 to 10 volts. Okay. Okay. Now, I will try again. Options. Device specification. This one where you at 451. 412, 452. Okay. Actually, this is an old version of Snyder. I'm just trying to, what you call this, bind the point. Let's see. Bind 452. Four. Okay, which one? Okay, anyway, we can use this one. Okay. Now, once this one, in another version, you don't need to bind. You can bind it in the server, not here. Okay, so this one is, you need to bind it here. Okay, so because you cannot simulate it. Okay, so just connect your temperature sensor to measure variable. Now for the set point, we will use a simple block here, PB. We can say PVR, parameter value real. Okay, so this is parameter. PVR stands for parameter value real. Okay. Now first, let's make it public so it's visible during binding time. Now I will say this one is temp SP set point. The initial value I will say I want the air to be maintained at 20. Okay. Then that's okay. Initial binding going to, okay. I don't need to bind it. Okay, that will be my set point. Then my mode. Okay, mode. For simplicity, I will just use here. Right click again. Operator. Operator. Okay. So we can use binary constant. No, no, not binary. Integer constant. Integer constant. Okay. Integer constant is okay. So I will just make this one. Okay. One, if the mode is one, meaning the control is in effect. Okay. Or the PID is working. Okay. Or it will give an output if it is 1. If it is 0, it will not give an output. Okay? It's like it's not working or it's on hold. Okay? Now, gain here, actually for the gain, we can use for the gain, I will use here a PVR. Okay, PVR. Again, I will use a PVR real. Okay? Then, real. Okay? Then, this one, I will make 100. 100 initial, okay? Then this one, I will make an expression here. Play, okay? So I will make here, okay, real A, so it should be capital, divided by 4. Okay, so that's my expression, okay? So meaning, divide I will divide this input or this PVR, which is 100. I divide it 4. Then I will use it as my gain. Or I should make it 25. See? So I will divide it 25. Okay. Okay. Now that the derivative time, I will simple block again. I will use PBR. PBR because it will accept a PBR. Okay. Now this one, I will make this public. Then I will produce it. Okay, I will set it to 100. Just give me a... Okay, so let me continue. So for the integral time, so I set it first in the... Okay. Now actually, for these initial values, you need to check your control. Let's say you finish the air handling unit, then it's time for testing and commissioning. You will check how the valve responds to the change in the variables. Then you need to adjust these values, especially the integral time. Okay. Now you can try to adjust also the gain, but you need to observe how your control responds to some changes or some disturbance in the control system. Okay. Now for the time, for the derivative time, since this is a simple temperature control, then we will use here an integer constant. Okay. Now this time I will use 0 here. So I will use 0, meaning the derivative component of PID is not included in the control. Okay. Okay. I will put it here. Okay. Then the dead zone, I will make dead zone also. Create node 0. Okay. Then the tracking signal, it should be connected here. Okay. Let me connect. Okay. So we want to track our control signal. Okay. Okay. Now the output, we will connect it. The output of this controller, PID, we will connect it to our analog output. The analog output will be the one to give the control signal 0 to 10 volts that will open the bulb from 0 to 100% open. 0 is 0% closed. 10 volts is 100% open. So meaning if you give 5 volts, if our controller gives 5 volts, then it will be halfway open. Okay. So I will use simple block here, analog output, AO. Okay. Now I will put it here. Okay. Now let's identify this block. Okay. Again, it's by default it's also public. Now this one is valve CTRL. So valve control. Okay. So again, I can bind this. Let's see. Do we have a 421? Okay. Maybe 451. Yeah. Okay. So this one, 451, this is. Okay. I will use this Y1. Initial value here. Okay, okay. No problem. Okay. Now, I will remove this. I will delete the node. Now here, we will use a switch, like a switch. If there is airflow, then that's the only time we will activate or we will activate our control, or meaning, if there's airflow, let's say our air handling unit is working, if the fan is delivering air to the area being served, then that's the only time we will activate our analog output uh, control. Okay. So here I will use here an analog mux. Okay. So analog mux. Okay. Now this multiplexer, I need a switch that will turn on this. If the switch is one, then it will take the one input. If it is zero, then it will take the zero input. Okay. So again, I will put it here. So I want a zero output, so I can connect here because I have zero here instead of creating another. I will just connect it there. Okay. Then if it is one, I will connect it. Okay. So it this one acts like a switch. Okay. Now simple block I will use here DI digital input. Okay. So digital input. So as I said, let's say this one is our AHU uh, airflow STS. So, AHU. Then let's bind it. I don't have for 11 here. Okay, 421, X1. Okay. Okay, so I will use 421. Okay. Okay. No, that's not a digital input. So I will use here again option cancel again options here device specification. I will add IO here for 11. Okay, now I'm just adding IO to be able to simulate the control. But for in the real application, you need to select properly your controller or the IOs. Okay. Now, okay, then I will bind this now to digital input. So I will bind it to port 11. Where are you for 11? Okay. Then terminal 1. There will be 10 inputs there. 10 digital inputs. Okay, I will use this one. Okay. Okay, black must have a name. Okay, I did not put a name. So this one is AHU Airflow STS. Okay, bind. It's already binded. Okay, okay. Now let me. So I'm using this AHU Airflow as a switch. So if this input is 1, then that's the time that I will give the output to my AO, where the AO will be the one to give 0 to 10 volt signal to our valve operator. Okay, let me save this. This one is, I will save this in uh, 2024 Vlog video. Okay. Bulb control. Bulb control. There one. Okay. Okay. Now let's see if we can simulate this. Okay, we can simulate. I hope you have let me new share. Okay, so just make sure that's the one. Okay, share. Okay, share. Now I hope you are seeing my my screen. Okay, now as you can see here. Okay, now I will put it online. Okay, communication failed. Why? Why communication failed? What is the purpose here? What is the problem here? Execute, not online, execute. Okay. Now, as you can see here, my analog output is 0, meaning 0 volts. Okay. But my PID is, my controller, PID, PIDA, the output is 100 already. But since I have a 0 input here, or my switch is 0, because there is no airflow. Okay. Now we can play with the some of the inputs in this portion. Okay, so see, this is the temperature sensor. I will say now I'm sensing 29. Okay, so this one is 29. Okay, then my set point is 20. Okay, so I think I need to make because it's acting like reverse acting, or it is in a reverse acting. Okay, now what I will do here is wait a minute. Okay. So the output of my controller is 0. Okay, so I will go. I think I need to. I will go to edit. Okay, so I think I need to make this one negative 25 so that it will be direct acting. Then option simulate. Okay, execute. Okay, now as you can see, I have 29. My temperature or the measured variable is 29. Now I want 20 to be supplied in the area. So my controller is saying I want it's giving 100% or 10 volt signal here so that my valve will open fully because that there's a big difference here. Okay. Now the error here is the measured variable minus the set point. So we have here a positive error. Okay. So 9. So our controller is opening it 100%. Okay. Now, but since there's no airflow, that's why even we have an 100% output from our PID, it will not be fed to the analog output of the DDC. Okay. So I will play with this one. Okay, so as you can see now, we can play with this sensor value. Okay, we will say this one is 27, and okay, as you can see, the controller is responding. Okay. Now, since we are simulating, the response is very fast. But in the real application or in the real time, or if you are really, if you are observing the response of your system, then it will not be like that. Okay. So let's say my temperature is 25. Again, it will try to, okay, since there is no, that is the usual because we don't have chilled water here. Okay, we are just simulating. Let's say it becomes 23. Okay, as you can see again, my controller. Okay, so 23, it's almost. Okay, so let's say this one is 21. Let's see what will be the response. 21, okay. So let's say it become 20. Oh, okay, if it's 20 and 20, you will notice if there is no more, error, then it will stay on the current opening because it meaning that opening is sufficient enough to maintain the set point. So if there is positive error, then this PID will try to adjust the output so that the set point will be met. Okay, so this one will be an automatic control. So whatever is the disturbance in the system, then your controller will respond because this is a PID and this represent closed loop control. When we say closed loop control, we have feedback. So our feedback here is our temperature sensor. So what is the output? Okay, so output here based on the output of this. Then what is the temperature being measured here? Because the temperature here, maybe this one is in the, of course, this temperature sensor, it can be in the area served or it could be in the main discharge of the air handling unit. Okay, main discharge side. So this is how PID control works. Okay. So let me finish this by saying God bless us all. Let's all be safe and bye for now. Thank you. Just give me a minute. I will try to start my